All right, let's talk about this. Folks, I want to talk a little bit about, and now again, I want to be very clear. Get the fucking vaccine, motherfucker. I'm going to be very clear. I got my vaccines. I got boosted. Moderna gang, 3 for 3. Anyway, so, one of the problems with a lot of Western society that we know of right now is called the Western diet. I've talked a lot about on my show, 95% of Americans do not get enough fiber, right? Americans have a massive dietary deficiency that is destroying their bodies, the lack of fiber, 95% of them. So if 95% are not getting a very basic level of nutrition, macronutrients, can you really trust if Americans, and again, this is an Israeli study, but Israeli culture is very similar to America's in a lot of cases. Maxie. And so again, vitamin D, right, deficiency is a thing that exists in almost every American, in a lot of people in Western culture and society. A lot of people have deficiencies in a lot of things, but vitamin D is one of the major ones. And so here's a new study that says vitamin D could be a piece of COVID-19's complex puzzle, Israeli scientists say, after a new study finds a link between deficiency and severe illness. A lot of people that get infected with COVID are not healthy. Now, does that mean that healthy people are immune? No, it doesn't. Get fucking vaccinated, eat a healthy diet, and you still might die of COVID. It really does depend, right? So, but again, I personally believe in harm reduction by any means necessary. Eating a healthy diet, getting fiber, right, is going to make your body more able to fight off disease. Getting more vitamin D, right, again, is going to make your body more able to fight off disease. It's all about harm reduction. So again, I want to read this because it's a very important. Israeli scientists said they found striking differences in the chance of getting seriously ill from COVID-19 when they compared patients who have sufficient vitamin D levels prior to contracting the disease to those who didn't. Again, one of the things that the CDC, the American CDC, has said is that it's, good news, everyone. Only the vaccinated people that die of COVID, they have comorbidities. Okay? Guess what? 95% of Americans, definitionally, because they don't get enough fiber, have a comorbidity of not having a fucking quick metabolism or just any, a generically decent metabolism. 88% of American citizens, 88% of them have metabolic syndrome. So again, and that's just stats that we know of. I don't know what the statistic of Americans to get enough vitamin D is. I would assume it's probably around the same amount. So again, vitamin D, very important. We know vitamin D is vital for bone health, but its role in protecting against severe COVID-19 is less well established. The latest research was the first to examine vitamin D levels in people prior to them contracting COVID-19. Now again, most people are not getting enough vitamin D. Let's just be honest, okay? Let's just be honest here. We found it remarkable and striking to see the difference in chances of becoming a severe patient when you are lacking in vitamin D compared to when you're not, the Times of Israel reported. The findings come from 253 people admitted to Galilee Medical Center in Israel between April 7th, 2020 and February 4th, 2021, a period before the highly infectious Omicron variant emerged. Said findings suggest that the vitamin D helped bolster the immune system to deal with the viruses that attack the respiratory system. Now again, right-wingers have been taking advantage. Wellness culture has been almost completely overrun by right-wingers. Can we talk about that? Maybe I should do a whole fucking show about how wellness culture has been destroyed by right-wing fucking psychopaths. How sad is that? How fucking sad is that? And again, they're dumb. So right-wingers were like, just take vitamin D and zinc and you'll be fine. Remember that? Yeah, and then that's all well and good before a vaccine comes out. Okay, then when the vaccine comes out, they're like, well, don't take the vaccine, just get vitamin D. Dumb as fuck. Again, harm reduction through any means necessary. You want as many protective layers as you can. Wear a fucking mask, wear 2 masks, get your vaccine, have vitamin D levels that are adequate, eat well, right? This is all a huge fucking fact that we should, it should be obvious. that those who are deficient in, dietary, vitamins, micronutrients, macronutrients, it should be obvious that they're going to have a harder time fighting off disease. That should be seen as a duh. But this is big news, apparently. Vitamin D helps prevent serious illness of COVID-19. But you know what does more work than vitamin D? A fucking vaccine. So again, this is not an either or. This is not a pick your poison. This is use all of the above. Harm reduction through any means necessary. But again, folks, you gotta eat well. I know wellness culture has been fucking destroyed by right-wingers, and that's something that's a project of mine. I want to fucking fight back against that fucking garbage. But again, folks, vitamin D, huge fan. I'm a huge fan of vitamin D and fiber. So there you go.